everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So are you an owner of a business and you're tired to add your leads data into your CRM application manually? Then this video is definitely for you. Because in this video, we are going to understand how to create tasks in Pipedrive when new IndiaMART leads arrive. So I am an owner of a wholesale furniture business and I receive multiple inquiries and leads data on my IndiaMART account. Now I want to add those leads into my CRM application, that is Pipedrive. And doing that manually is a very time consuming and a hectic process. For that, I have built a connection between IndiaMART and Pipedrive without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. Now whenever I receive a new leads data in my IndiaMART account, automatically that lead is going to be created as an activity in my Pipedrive account. So now if you want to learn this entire process step by step, for that I'm going to take you towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as an owner of a wholesale furniture business, I use IndiaMART to capture inquiries from potential bulk buyers, and I use Pipedrive to manage my sales pipeline and ensure timely follow-ups. To stay organized and respond quickly, I have set up an automation that instantly creates an activity in Pipedrive whenever a new lead is going to be generated using IndiaMART. This helps me streamline lead management and never miss a sales opportunity. And I am going to build a connection between IndiaMART and Pipedrive using Pabbly Connect. For that, on a new tab, I am going to browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. After browsing the website, Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you, on which you will find two options, that is sign in or sign up for free. If you're an existing user, you can directly sign into your Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. Before continue by creating this amazing automation, I want to tell you about Pabbly Community. Pabbly Community is an exclusive space where you can find real-time updates. You can find help not only from our team members but also the fellow users. On this space, you can share your feedback, find automation tips, as well as ask questions of whatever you have. So go ahead and join our Pabbly community today. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description box below. Now let us get started by creating this amazing automation. I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account directly because I'm already an existing user, okay? Then you can see the All Pabbly Apps section in which you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides, from which I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. For that, click on this Access Now button right over here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. Now to create a new automation in our Pabbly Connect account, we have to create a new workflow. For that, click on this Create Workflow button on the top right corner. You will find two options for creating your workflow, the new meta method or the old classic method. For this video, I'm going to use the old classic method right here. Firstly, we have to rename our workflow. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to write it as Create Task in Pipedrive when IndiaMART lead arrives. Okay, so this is the name of my workflow. For the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select Workflows folder, and then I'm going to click on this Create button right over here. Then you can see right over here, new workflow has been created, and you can see there are two windows in front of you. One is the trigger window, other one is the action window. So what is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first, in which my trigger application I'm going to select over here as IndiaMART. I want that as soon as by the potential customers or clients a new lead is going to be generated using IndiaMART, automatically this trigger should capture the response of that. That is why for my trigger event, I'm going to select over here as new leads. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Using the unique webhook URL and by following the steps given here below in the help desk, we are going to build a connection between IndiaMART and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this URL and log into my IndiaMART account. Now to connect this account to Pabbly Connect, from the left side, go to Lead Manager option right over here, go to Menu, and under Menu, go to Import Export Leads. From the option, you need to select Push API section right over here. Then you will land towards the Push API integration page of your IndiaMART account. Firstly, it is asking for us to select the source. If I'm going to click on it, on the drop down, the source is not provided, so I'm going to select the source as Other. We have to name our source first. That is going to be Pabbly Connect. Okay. For the URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us in this workflow. I'm going to copy it and paste it and click on the Save Details button. It is asking for us to select the reason why we're creating this API. So I'm going to select the reason from the drop down, a random one, and click on this button right here. As I've done that, you can see the webhook URL has now been successfully added of Pabbly Connect in my IndiaMART account. So now as this webhook URL is added, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. It says waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether IndiaMART is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I am going to send a test lead data towards this webhook URL, okay, to check whether this webhook URL is working or not. So now for sending the test lead data, I'm going to click on this test your webhook URL button right over here and click on this test button as well. It says success. That means the test data has now been successfully forwarded. So if I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and you can see right away the test response has been captured. The status is success. This is the unique query ID. This is the dummy subject. You can see right over here. Lead status Uttar Pradesh. Over here you can see it says pin code. This is the phone number you can see right over here. The test lead name is IndiaMART. This is the phone number. This is the dummy email address you can see right over here. Country is IN, that is India. This is the dummy company. City is Noida. Address is given right over here. With that, you can see dummy product. Mineral water bottle is also given with a dummy inquiry as well. I want to purchase empty mineral water bottle. Kindly send me price and other details. Okay. So as you can see right away, as the test response has been captured over here in my trigger, this means that IndiaMART has now been connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup has now been done. In place of this test data in real time, you will receive your leads data in the same format, okay? So do not worry, in place of this test data, you will receive your leads data instead, okay? So now after setting up a trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Now over here what I want is, I want to create an activity in my Pipedrive account with the lead that is created. So now to create an activity, what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to create a person over here in my Pipedrive account, okay? Firstly, I'm going to add that lead as a person in my Pipedrive account, and after that, I'm going to add that person as a person in my Pipedrive account, and for that person, then I'm going to create an activity in my Pipedrive account, okay? So firstly, we have to create a person in our Pipedrive account. For that, I'm going to select my action application over here as Pipedrive. An action event, I'm going to select over here as create a person, okay? And then over here, I'm going to click on this connect button. This window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection. And then over here, it is asking for the token. Now to have the token, log into your Pipedrive account, then go to the profile section and personal preferences option. Then go to this API section right over here. This is the token. Copy it from here and paste it in this field right over here. And then click on the save button. This is how you build a connection between Pipedrive and Pabbly Connect. After that, over here it is asking for the name of the person that we are creating. Now for the data of this field, I'm going to map the data. Mapping is inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from this previous step of the workflow. How it works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, the previous step is going to appear in front of you. As I'm going to click on it, the response that is captured in our previous step is going to appear. And if I'm going to search for the name of the lead, I want to create this lead over here as a person. So I'm going to select the data of the name of my lead from my previous response. As now I've selected the data from my previous response, this data has now been mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Then it is asking for the label, for which I'm going to select the label as hot lead, okay? Then it is asking for other labels which I do not have, so I'm going to skip the part. For the phone number, I'm going to search for the phone number right over here and map the data of the phone number of my lead right here. Then it is asking for the email address, for which I'm going to map the data of the email address of my lead. After that, over here it is asking for the organization which I do not have, so I'm going to skip the part. Same, I do not have the owner, so I'm going to skip the part. For the visible to, I'm going to select over here as all users. Then it is asking for the first name and the last name which I do not have, so I'm going to skip the part. And simply I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. In the response, I have received the data ID. That is a positive response. That means a person is now been created. So if I'm going to open my Pipedrive account, and you can see in my Pipedrive account, a new person is now been successfully added in the name of IndiaMART. That is a hot lead. This is the email address and the phone number. Okay. So as now this person has been created in my Pipedrive account, I'm going to add this person as an activity as well over here in this account. Okay. For that, I'm going to add an action step in which my action application application, I'm going to select over here as Pipedrive again. Action event, now I'm going to select over here as create activity, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. This window is going to appear, on which click on add new connection if you want, but I'm going to select the existing connection that I've already created and click on this save button right over here. And you can see connection has now been done. It is asking for the subject of the activity. So for the subject over here, I'm going to write it as new lead generated. Okay, so this is the subject that I have. For the organization, I'm going to select the organization in which I want to add this activity to. For the assign to, I'm going to select the person to whom I want to assign this activity. For the person over here, I'm going to toggle this button on and erase the existing data from here and map the data of the ID of the person that we have created right over here. Okay. Then it is asking for the deal ID, which I do not have, so I'm going to skip the part. Then it is asking for is done. It says select or map whether the activity is done or not. So I'm going to select over here as no, as we're creating a new activity. Okay. It is asking for the type. For the type, you can select other details as well. I'm going to select over here as call as the type. Okay, as I want to call this lead. Then over here it is asking for the due date and due time and the duration, which I do not have, so I'm going to skip the part. For the note over here, I'm going to write the note as. So firstly, it is asking for the product name. So for the product name, I'm going to map the data of the product name that I have. For the inquiry, I'm going to map the data of the message that I've received right over here. This is the message. And for the company name, I'm going to map the data of the company name of this lead right here. Okay. So this is the node that I'm going to add. I do not have the lead ID, so I'm going to skip the part and simply click on this save and send test request button. As I've done that, I've received a response. As I've received the data ID, which is a positive response, if I'm going to open the activities page and refresh this page in my Pipedrive account from here, you can see a new activity has now been created. If I'm going to open this activity from here, the title is new lead generated. And this is the inquiry you can see right over here. With the inquiry, you can see this is the name of the person for which this activity is associated to, with the email address, phone number, and the organization as well. Okay. So as now a new activity is successfully created over here in my Pipedrive account, this means that the connection between IndiaMART and Pipedrive is now been successfully done. So now to sum up till now what we have done, now whenever by the potential customers or clients a new lead is going to be generated in my IndiaMART account, trigger IndiaMART new leads is going to capture the response of that. Using the leads details, firstly a person, that lead is going to be created as a person in my Pipedrive account using Pipedrive create a person, and for this person we are going to create an activity in our Pipedrive account using Pipedrive create activity. And in this manner, I've built a connection between these two applications without need of any coding and programming skills to create tasks in Pipedrive with whenever IndiaMART leads arrive. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.